So the one thing holding you back from your photography goals is not photography itself, it's you. Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is James, and I'm going to explain to you why you're the only person, the only thing, the only object getting in your own way of chasing and pursuing your goals within photography or your goals in whatever it is you're trying to achieve. I think a lot of photographers, up and coming, starting photographers, get in their own way. They get in their own head. They say, I can't do this without this portfolio. I can't do that without this. And they just keep putting the benchmark further and further and further out, kind of eliminating themselves from the process, from getting opportunities because they don't think they're ready or don't think they're established. But something that you have to realize up here is that in order to get established, you have to reach out without that portfolio. You have to reach out without these different criterias or this specific camera yet. The gear and all that will come once you put yourself out there, once you're vulnerable and put yourself out in an uncomfortable situation to get those opportunities. My purpose of this video is to kind of share my story with you and kind of how I got over that hump of being uncomfortable and put myself out there and the opportunities that are kind of starting to open up for me now that I've pushed myself past that boundary. Okay. The first scenario, my wife and I are kind of working together, growing our own photography brand, and we just kept putting ourselves out there for different types of shoots and things like that. And we actually booked and shot our first wedding last week. Super fun and just a steep learning curve with it, but we now have that under our belt. We have that first one done with. I'm gonna let you on a little secret. Every photographer has a first time as well, okay? So don't be afraid to get your first one under your belt, because every single wedding photographer, every single blank photographer you see had their first photo shoot at some point in time. Breaking news, I know. Okay, but so we got the first wedding out of the way, shot it, it went good. We're working through the edits still right now. Pretty pleased with what we got from it, but that's one opportunity that kind of opened itself up because we put ourselves out there. We were uncomfortable, put ourselves in that uncomfortable position of being vulnerable without a wedding portfolio, booking and shooting a wedding to get that started. All right, the second opportunity is with me. I decided one day that I want to have more opportunities in my typical 9-to-5 job. That started 5 months ago. In February, I posted my first YouTube video. I think this is number 34 or 35 for me in 5 months. By doing so, I'm putting myself out there and being comfortable, being uncomfortable, posting these videos. I actually had a software company reach out to me and ask me to try one of their products, which I'm still working through and trying. And I'm very pleased with the product. So I will be sharing what that is and kind of how it can serve your photography better in a coming video. So subscribe if you're not, to see what that is and kind of how I'm utilizing that and growing within that extra opportunity. But that's another one. I'm getting to use new software than what I'm used to using just because I started this channel and I've been posting videos consistently. I've had now companies reach out, or a company reach out and offer me this opportunity that I'm super excited for, super excited to share with you in a few weeks. And the third part of this, of my experience so far, is the uncomfortable part of sending emails to basically cold calling companies saying, hey, can I shoot you? Hey, can I do this for you? Hey, can I do this? Sending all these emails, hitting that enter, hitting that send button. It's a very uncomfortable and, again, a very vulnerable place to be as a growing photographer, right? I don't have a portfolio or anything like that in that industry, but I'm asking someone to let me shoot them. I've had a lot of no letters come back, or just, got ghosted on it. No one replies. But now, since uploaded the video, and I'll link it here as well, but the free website I'm using, Pixieset, is just my gallery. So I have just a gallery on Pixieset, and if you watch the video, I talk about how easy it is to set up and establish that free account on Pixieset. I'm not sponsored or affiliated in any way, but it's what I'm using right now. But now that I have established myself, and just with my practice photos, I put them on to my website, so that if I reach out to a company, right, I have my gallery, I link it into my email, they can click on my website, they can see who I am, about me, and different parts about my website and some of the things that I've done. So much so that a company that I recently reached out with took me up on the offer. We're still working on the date of like when this is gonna how we're going to shoot it or make it work, but they actually responded and they were excited about the opportunity, which makes me super excited to have that opportunity and push forward again. Before anything's booked and finalized, I'm not going to share all the details, but just another opportunity that's opening itself up because I put myself out there and exposed my vulnerability with photography as I'm continuing to grow. And so kind of summarizing this whole little spiel, I guess, is you have to, if you have goals in photography, if you have goals in finance, if you have goals in whatever it is, you have to take a step forward to pursue and achieve those goals. If you just talk about it, right? You just talk and just, oh, that'd be cool, or, you know, and you just talk and that's all it ever is. You never take an action, never take a step. You're going to stand idly by your entire life and just watch all these other people that start after you or after you talked about it grow and succeed because they're taking the step forward. So are you going to stand idle or are you going to take a step forward? For me, I was sick and tired of just being idle, standing idle, working 9 to 5 every day, tired of it, sick of it. I wanted more and more flexibility and more freedom. And I'm hoping that this journey that I'm sharing on YouTube and my photography business continue to grow and blossom so that I can achieve that goal that I have of having a more flexible career outside of a 9 to 5 job. And so I'm sharing that story and documenting that story here on YouTube with you. If you want to watch me as I continue to grow and continue to blossom, I'll share these kind of updates like this video of things that are happening as I'm growing and building my brand and career. If you have questions, feel free to ask me in the comments. I'll respond and answer any questions that you might have, or how did I do something? How did I go here? Or where did you go? Or what did you do? I'm totally open to sharing my journey and my personal experience with you so that you can too chase your dreams as well. So with that being said, if you are not, please subscribe down below so that you can follow me along as I share my journey. And with all that being said, see you in the next one.